I'm getting the crusties out of my eyes. Okay. What's up, guys? I'm back for another TV review, and we are reviewing the first episode for the new OWN series, Ambitions. Now, listen, I've seen this promo for the show on YouTube as a couple of ads, and the thing is, with OWN shows, it's just, there's some good shows, and there's just shows that I get tired of, like the Halves and Half Nuts, and Nothing Was Wrong, the Tyler Perry Productions, but then there's Queen Sugar and Greenleaf, which I love, but they never get enough promo for what they deserve, and that's what we always complain about, like, them not getting beyond, like, the NAACPs and the BET Awards. Like, give them the recognition it deserves. But with this one, I was kind of iffy about, and I watched the full trailer 2 weeks ago. I was like, okay, I'm interested. All right, and, you know, Will Packer's directing and producing. I'm like, okay, Will Packer, we going to TV now. Okay, so it takes place in my home city of Atlanta. Y'all, this is basically the Black Dynasty. And I was shook when I saw this episode. I was like, we doing this on Oprah's network? We're diversifying the audience? Okay, if y'all having this, why couldn't y'all pick up Star? Like, dang. But anyway, that's for another video. So we start off the episode with Titus and Amara, played by Essence Atkins. Okay, we've seen her about everything, okay? Y'all remember her from Half and Half, if you that old back in the day, and you remember from seeing her on Marlon. We see her and her husband, they're getting it in, trying to have some morning sex, and basically she says something that irks him, and he's out of the mood. We find out that she cheated in the marriage, and basically they moved back to Atlanta to have a fresh start. Then we also see, later on, we see Stephanie walk in on her sister. She OD'd. She's telling her husband, Evan, to call 911. And basically, he puts a gun to her, and she wakes up. It's a dream. Now, Stephanie's played by Robin Givens, who we all know and love, who is a national black treasure, okay? If y'all are the young ones, you've seen her play Josie's mom on Riverdale. I was trying to remember her name. But yeah, and dude that plays Evan, you know, we've seen him in a lot of movies as kind of the villain. If y'all remember him from the Tyler Perry movie, If I Can Do It Bad By Myself, he was the villain, he was the married guy. Y'all remember that thing with like the whole radio, throwing that in the bath, like, say it! Oh man, that was funny. But yeah, they're married, Stephanie and Evan. They have this big old house. They have a daughter, Carly, who's played by Kayla Smith, who also played Olivia in Star. If y'all watch my Star reviews, season 3, Alex had that crazy stalker that was faking to be that girl's sister, and she ended up being crazy, and she ended up crashing her wedding at the end of the season. That's that girl, okay? I was like, hold up, wait a minute, you on here? Okay, I'll see you. You in the Oprah circle now, okay. So we see them having breakfast. She is a theater major. She's going to be in a play for Color Girls. She's playing Blue. And, you know, the mom wants her to have a practical career, as all parents do. She wants her to become a lawyer like everyone else in the family. You know, the dad asks about her and this guy, are they doing good? You know, it ain't that serious. I could probably tell that she was kind of hesitant at first. You already knew. And he's basically like, oh, it's going to be good for business. You know, I'm trying to get his father to get into this deal for the city. And I'm like, you basically hoeing out your daughter? Bruh, Evan, come on now. So we get them. We later see Stephanie with her parents. She works at her dad's law firm. She wants to be a partner. And, you know, he sees that she's not ready. He also finds out that she's been having lunches and business meetings with some of the people on the board. And he's like, stop going behind my back or you're out of here, daughter or not. I'm like, okay, set her in her place. We then meet Evan's sister, Rondell. She was on For Better or Worse, the Tyler Perry show. I'm like, girl, I haven't seen you in a minute. And she's basically old school Atlanta. She owns a restaurant. This white guy, Peters, is trying to sell a place, trying to buy the place, the property land to build basically condos, basically gentrification going on. He played Blue on Shades of Blue, J-Lo's man. I can't remember his name, but she played J-Lo's man on Shades of Blue. That's where I remember him from. So he's trying to get her to sell her place. She says no. She threatens him with a knife. And he just walks into it basically saying, try me. I'm like, dude, you little cuckoo. But, you know, we weren't surprised by that. So then we get Titus. He goes to work for the Purefoys. He's their defense attorney because of this lawsuit that the Carlyles are suing them for his drug company. And Purefoy, you just knew he was that dude that tries not to be, I'm not trying to say the word because I know YouTube's gonna like flag my video for me saying it, but he tries to act like he's not for the people. He tries to act like even though I'm white, I want to be cool with y'all. That's basically how I'm trying to sum this up. We also see him meet Stephanie after so many years. We find out him and Stephanie were lovers. They were together in college, but doggone Amara came in and basically swooped oh boy Titus from Stephanie. And basically they're going to be working against each other in this whole case. We also see Stephanie have a little dream in the bathtub that she with Titus again. At first I was like, Titus, you just got back. You literally just had lunch with your wife. You going with Stephanie a day, Titus? Really? And then we find out it's a dream. I'm like, okay. We then cut to Stephanie getting her dress feeling from Bella. She's a designer. She's dating a retired Falcons player. I'm like, okay, we over here doing actual references to Atlanta. Okay. So we see that. We get to the gala put on by Stephanie's mom. It's basically they're raising money for the opioid crisis for the support families in honor of her sister Tracy, who overdosed a year prior. So we see Amara and Titus. They meet the Purefoy family. They meet his wife and his daughter. The daughter's in charge of PR marketing. Titus is surprised that she actually came up with like the marketing plan, seeing that she's so young, and social media and all that. We know how to get stuff done. The wife, she's like, "Oh, Amara, where are you from?" She's like, "Oh, Texas." Like, "Oh, it's so great to see that you came up from your bootstraps. Your parents must be proud." I'm like, what made you think that she actually struggled? Like, I know Amara came from like a working family, but dang, she wasn't like poor. That's what I related to this so much, because whenever people see that I'm a college student and they ask me what my major is, they get that same reaction. I'm like, y'all, really? Really? When I tell them I'm a bio major, they're basically like, "Oh, you must be really smart." I'm like, what made you think I'm not? Like, I related to that so much that Amar was not having it. Oh man, we then cut to Carly and Lori. They meet up in the bathroom. I thought they're gonna be like frenemies, like they're friends, but like they're enemies in the public. But they both hate each other. The families hate each other. They go back and forth. And Lori calls her out, asking her if she came out to her parents. I'm like, bruh, what you doing? She then snatches her phone, puts her number in there. Now, first off, I'm like, Carly, why don't you have a lock screen or a passcode on your phone? Second of all, how are you going to take my phone? I'm about to fight, okay? My phone's my baby. And then Lori's like, call me when you actually have a real conversation about truth. And she goes to lick her lips. I'm like, we doing this on own? Wait a minute. Okay. I'm like, that's a sexual harassment suit on there, but dang. I'm guessing Carly's about to be doing some self-discovery this season. Okay, I guess we doing that now. All right. So we get to, we go back outside. We see Amara eating some of one of those foods. He's catering the event. And we see, she finds out like, oh yeah, I'm the mayor's, sister. And she's like, oh, if you're the mayor's sister, that means your sister-in-law Stephanie. We see Stephanie make her entrance. Basically, there were sorors. She pledged Amara to her sorority at Spelman, and they're basically inseparable. They were best friends. And basically she took Titus from him. And we see Titus and Evan walk in. Evan don't like him because he's the old boy from college. I'm like, Evan, come on now. You married her. Like, come on. That was 20 plus years ago. Let that go. Then we get to like the middle part of the gala, and Purefoy decides to make a scene and basically donate $500,000 for the foundation, knowing doggone well this is gonna mess with the case. Papa Carlisle ain't having it. He's ready to go jump him. People had to hold him down. I'm like, oh, you messy, Purefoy. You're messy, but I like it. Oh, it's about to be some drama up in here. We then cut to Amara and Titus going home. We find out that she was actually pregnant when they got together, and that's why he married her, but she ended up losing the baby. And basically, she's like, I never should have told you I was pregnant. As soon as I lost the baby, she should have gone back to Stephanie. He's like, no, that's not true. And then she brings up how he's punishing her for her cheating. And they bring that back up again. I'm like, ooh. And then she gets on the phone with her boss. Now, early in the episode, the boss wanted her to get on this case where basically they're investigating the Atlanta government, including Mayor Lancaster. And basically it's like, oh no, it's too personal. I was friends with the guy's wife. It's just too personal. His homie. She calls her. It's like, I'm gonna take the case. I'm like, ooh, you going undercover? Okay. It's about to get messy up in here. Then we see Evan and Stephanie. They're home. Stephanie's like, okay, the show's over. Stop playing around. They basically hate each other. The marriage is a business deal. He tells her, like, you know, basically you wouldn't have so many man issues if you weren't in love with your father. She slaps him. He then talked about her sister. And then she pulls a gun on him. I'm like, ooh, Robin Givens, you are playing this role. I know she extra with her characters, but she's playing this role. She's like, if you ever utter those words again, those will be the last things you do. I'm like, ooh. And then she's like, if I killed you, they would never find it to me because I'll make sure there ain't nothing in your remains to find. I'm like, girl, ooh. This girl is devious. She willing to kill. Bruh. The last two scenes of the episode, we see Wandell. She's closing up a restaurant. I'm sorry, y'all. It's my alarm. We see her closing up a restaurant. And it's like, someone comes in a hood. And she's like, who are you? I'm like, and then we see it fade to black. We don't know what happens till like next week. I'm like, girl, first off, why are you closing by yourself? You gotta have at least 2 other people with you when you're closing. Like, dang. You can't just close by yourself at night. Atlanta is a dangerous area, okay? If you in the midtown, downtown area, you got a place there, you can't be closing by yourself, okay? That's just from experience. Now, the last thing we get is with Bella. She's in the shower. And then I automatically knew who was going to be coming in there. She basically turns around and is like, huh, what took you so long? And we find out it's Evan. Evan sneaks in the shower. He's jealous that she brought the football guy to the event. He's like saying, like, you're my woman. I'm like, dude, why you gotta be possessive? And then I end up doing it in the shower. I'm like, we got a full shower scene in here too? Like, what? Oprah, we over here diversifying the audience. We got no filter. We cursing on the show. We're having full-blown sex things. We're having experimental stuff. Like, what? Oprah, okay, we over here trying to diversify the audience because y'all know Owen's been labeled as like the old people channel. Okay, that's the new TV land. Okay, because we never have any like saucy content. This is saucy content. Okay, now that was Ambitions for you, y'all. I liked this episode. This has me hooked already. I'm so looking forward to this. Let me know in the comments. What do you think of the show? Who's your favorite character? What do you think is going to happen this season? And if you want me to continue reviewing. So, anyways, your girl, peace out. More love. Have a great day. Bye.